Okay, there we go. Got everything all nice and set and good to go. Let me fix this really quick. There we go. Much better. Much better. Also, I can speak a little bit more better than yesterday. Yay! I still don't have any taste though. By the way, I was just like, I'm gonna have some more pancakes. I made more pancakes. So. You know, I can taste somewhat of the syrup, but yeah, no, it's like everything is just like, nah, yeah, this is not looking good right here. I had a banana too, and I was just like, and I was doing that, and I had some I was able to smell the banana a little bit. I was like, does this banana smell like cheese, like the bad kind of cheese? And I was like, and I sniffed the banana. I was like, yeah, no, this okay. I think my my sniffer is not working great. Oh no. There you go. Yeah, but I'm like, oh my god, can't taste. And yeah, the you know, a sniffer does not work. So I'm like, great. How come I can't get COVID just like everyone else and it has to go the exact same way that's been well documented? But no, I get the one that it's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I feel like is best. We're gonna let you know what, like, you know that pizza you had? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you could taste up to that point. After that, nah. I still hate that. If this is gonna be the taste buds for like the next time I'm left on this world, I'm like, damn. That's rough, buddy. That's literally all I can say right there. It's just like, man, that's rough, buddy. To like myself, and I'm like, oh my god. I still blame Dokumi a little bit for that one right there, because it's like, I know I got it from Dokumi. I know I 100% got it from Dokumi, and I'm right here like, how dare they? How dare they do something like that? They do not understand what they have done, and that's giving me COVID. Either way, I can go on about that, but either way, like, Dokumi was pretty cool. I liked it, except the part where I caught COVID. That's the part I did not like. But yeah, I was gonna say, like, we are also gonna be just like chatting for a wee bit too, because I saw this and I've been keeping up with it. I think a lot of people have been keeping up just because of the, I don't know, like, it shows the corruption as well as the fucking insanity of like how they're willing to just like do this shit. And that's that bricks and minifigs situation that's been going on, which I was just like, oh yeah, I've been seeing about that, right? Yeah. But like it's I think it's gotten to like just more of just like nationwide, where it's like now worldwide. And it's like the funny part is, I saw like a video of the police department over there talking about it, and as someone who is from the States and all that, I will say Ohio is probably like the worst place to be in, for many reasons why. This is kind of just fueling more to that fire, right? To that, it's, you know, you're in Ohio, it's literally the worst place to be in. So it's like, oh boy. Yeah. To any of the people who are out there, don't go to Ohio. That's all I can say. We all make jokes of Ohio, and it's for pretty good reasons why we make those jokes about Ohio. It's not because it's funny, well, also it is kind of funny too, but it's mainly for the fact that it's the way how it's usually getting memed on. Like, if you want to blow stuff up, and you want to just ride around in a tank like crazy, go to Texas, yeah. And if you want to just, you know, do the stuff that you blah 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 blah, which is not really working out well in this sort of video game, you go to California, and also have very high rent and grocery bills and gas and actually everything. Wait, hang on. Well, like, why the fuck have people moved to California? I'm confused now. Did they get like tax breaks or some shit like that? No. Yes, no, I don't know. Which funny part is, one of my mods is from California too, so I'm like, yeah, like, I already understand, like, you know, you see this right here, This is this is not a small loan. This is how much money you make. It's $1 million. You're like, oh my god, $1 million? Wow, that's crazy. I like, there's so much I can do with $1 million. But in California though, see that trailer park right there? Okay, now look at the one next to it. Oh yeah, the rundown abandoned trailer park. Yeah, that's how that's where all that money's gonna go. And they're like, what? But I have all this money. It's like, yeah, but you know, you see, that's not a lot of money right there. Sorry to break it to you. Yeah, and then we go to Ohio. Ohio is just really good at just, you know, if you want to get fucked like really hard, like both like if you want to get financially fucked, yeah, you go to California. If you just want to get like fucked financially and physically as blah 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 by every kind of system, go to Ohio. Yep. And I saw that right there with the police department, like, oh yeah, like, well, we're clearly not being bribed by those people and whatever. Yeah, clearly not. You know, I'm just, as someone who is also working in that one's familiar with that type of field, I'm gonna be surprised that I'm not gonna be actually surprised if this goes into someone's feed and they find out about this and they launch a federal investigation on the police department over there. And I can guarantee you some cops are going to be fired and probably arrested and tried in a federal court because of that, because of the corruption that they have. Because obviously they're not going to, you know, run through the court over there because, you know, the court's going to play favoritism. So that's why they're going to go on the federal level. They can't do shit on the federal level because now there's more eyes. And the fact is they have so much eyes on them right now. And it's crazy too that was it the brothers of that own Bricks and Minifigs? They are they're like, I don't know, like they're really trying their best not to pay them and give them back their money in Legos, which would honestly be a lot more cheaper and it would have been a lot more, I guess, fair. Well, not well. To me, I think it's just cheaper. I don't know how I could say that anymore. I was going to try adding some other stuff, but to me, logically speaking, calling in, like, you know, fake cop reports, cops obviously showing sign of corruption and probably getting paid by them, I feel like they're paying more money for that than just the Legos that they took from how this whole thing just stemmed out. And I kind of find that a little funny that they're willing to spend, you know, their entire reputation as well as their money, more of their money actually than what the Legos would officially cost, on just not wanting to give them the Legos. And I honestly am just surprised that people are that dumb. And I honestly, they are the proof of definition of, like, you know, greed can make you kind of dumb. Because that's what my family usually says. Like, if you do something and it's really greedy, you'll be surprised. Sometimes people do stupid stuff when they really want to get that greed, and, you know, and blah 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 blah. That right there kind of lives into what my, and this was like, and again, as someone who's been raised by all sorts of generations in my family, yeah, that right there clearly did show that, and I was like, man, that's kind of sad. So they're really going to take like a blow on that. Honestly, you know what? Like, I'm okay with that, because you know what? Because what they have done shows that there are more people, obviously, and you know, and to me, how I'm seeing this and how the cops over there are covering it up, I'm honestly not gonna be surprised if that's like a business for a front. And it's crazy too, because they were like Mormons, or whatever they were, right? Was it Mormons, whatever? Either way, I know the religion's like really like, whoa, what the fuck? But they're pretty chill to a degree as long as you don't trigger them. So they're very respectful, they're very polite as long as you don't trigger them. That's how I've seen them, and I'm like, okay, just say hi, nice, be friendly. Don't sweat, you know, on any of that. So it's like, okay, cool. Also, there was a mosquito here. There's been like mosquitoes like all around here lately. It's kind of crazy. I'm trying to kill it. I've been trying to kill these mosquitoes again. Damn it. And it left. Either way, I just I'm this is my little tinfoil hat theory, because I know like no one else has talked about. I'm thinking that that business is a front. Like I know no one hasn't said that, but I think we're all thinking that that business, like the fact is they have police officers, you know, obviously defending them for whatever reason, and they have to be getting paid by them because they're really going out of their way to making sure they do not get caught in any way. Is insane, and it's just insanity. So I'm like, okay, there has to be something more than Legos going on. This has to be a front for something, like for drugs possibly. It may not be like, you know, drugs. It could be for weapons. You know, I don't know. It could. The businesses obviously has to be a front for something. If there's so many people willing to defend it and die on that hill and actually sacrifice their whole career just for that, that has to be a front for something right there. And I'm really hoping that it gets on a federal level and they actually do bring in people from, again, a federal level into this and investigate a lot of shady shit that's been going on. And I think it can all get traced back to those to the brothers in Bricks and Minifixes. I don't know, that guy with that handlebar mustache, I don't know, it looks too cartoonishly villain. I honestly, it looks too cartoonishly villain. Just think about that. Like, come on. Like, if he looks like a villain, if he talks like a villain, if he speaks like a villain. Oh yeah, well actually he talks like a villain. If he looks like a villain, talks like a villain, walks like a villain, and guess what? He's probably a fucking villain. I'm just saying. But I saw this too that also popped up, and this was like CoffeeZilla, because I just watched the CoffeeZilla, which was like 2 days ago. And I just saw this one right now too. I haven't watched it yet, but it's like very short though. And this one was like, Lego now has officially responded to the Bricks and Minifix controversy that's going on. And I'm not actually going to be very happy if something crazy, like they were like, oh yeah, we're getting paid by Lego, we're getting money from them, and then they just cut off funding, and then it's like, you know, obviously there's going to be a lot more stuff unraveling from that. I will not be surprised if they, you know how they call drugs on that content creator that was clearly like doing the investigation and all that kind of stuff, helping this couple right here get their Legos and all that back, and they've been calling them on drugs. I will not be surprised if that business is actually a front for drugs, like heroin and stuff like that. And it's like, wow, wow, that's kind of funny. It's like the pot calling the kettle black. And that would be so fucking good right there. That would be like fucking cinema if that happened. I'm sorry, but it has to be a front. And I'm thinking it might be drugs, like, because that's like the most common thing, you know. Some businesses are made for, like, are for fronts, because it's like, that business is not getting a lot of money, but it's enough to stay up in this spot right here, but it doesn't look like it's open all the time. You know, thinking that's what's going on. Again, that's a little tinfoil hat theory right there. It's gamer theory right there, you know. But it's like that. It has to be a front. I'm just saying it has to be a front. But let's get into the main section. There we go. At least this way we could talk a little bit more. But see, this was the one I just saw. I already saw the one from CoffeeZilla. But it's like, oh, hang on, let me just pause that. But it's like, dude, has to be a front. I don't know how many times I have to be saying that, but when you think about it, they're like the Bricks and Minifigs. I don't know how much business they have, but if someone in Ohio lives over there, can you actually see if that business does have a lot of people go there? Because if not, and you go to their other sites that they have, I don't even know how many sites they have. I feel like they have, like, judging by how big this is, they have to have like multiple sites, and I'm just right here thinking that has to be for a front. If they're empty consistently or they don't look like they're open, I'm telling you, that's the signs that the business is a front for drugs. Because why would they have it open, or why would they advertise it look like they're open? I'm just saying. That's just me. That's just me right there. Also, this thing is. Also, I forgot I get the thing set up on the other side. My bad. But it's just like, dude, it has to be a front. Has to be a front. I'm just saying.
Question has been, what does Lego think about all of this? Well, today we finally get
You know, it's not playing over here.
to find out.
Hmm.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Echo Base Network. Coach and Nick, today we finally get to find out what Lego has said in response to this bricks and minifigs controversy.
I just had to meet the other one.
Nick, tell everybody how we got here and let's see what Lego has to say.
All right, so I was watching a stream last night from Gasolcast. Great guys over there. If you haven't checked them out,
There we go, much
check them
better.
out. That's their YouTube channel right there. But from their stream, I learned about this Facebook group here, Bricks and Minifigs We Steal from Old People, which has
We steal
over
from old
10,500 subscribers on this private group. And they now have surpassed the regular official Bricks and Minifigs group on Facebook. And so once I got in there, come to find out, I guess somebody had sent. Now, we cannot independently confirm this, but from what we're seeing, it appears to be legit that Lego has responded to somebody asking about the situation. Now, this is an email response. Lego still has not made a public response to this situation, but I wanted to look at this because I kind of found this interesting, and it sounds like something that would come from them. So it seems to be legitimate. But it says, thank you for reaching out to us and sharing your thoughts. We're aware of the situation and understand why it may raise concerns from our fans who care about the Lego community. As Bricks and Minifigs operates independently, and because this is
Hang on, I want to check something really quick. Yeah, I'm just gonna unplug it really quick. There we go. Okay. I just want to check something though. Just me. I just want to check something. Sometimes. Because I was like, something's not right with it. So let me fix it. You know what they say, chat? Sometimes unplugging something and plugging it back in sometimes works. Because I was like, it sounds a little like, how was it, like stuttery a bit? I don't know, sometimes it's kind of like a little weird. That is not it. I like how I changed it one time. Okay, hang on, let's check it again really quick. Damn it. I always keep up for you to do that. Bum, bum, bum. Also, I'm still trying to figure that out. Like, what the hell? Okay, I like the way how that fucked up. Yeah, that sounds about right. I have no idea. Okay, there we go. You know what's crazy too? Like, first I thought it was like, maybe it was like, maybe it might be my, My laptop, or you know, the one that I have. It's like, oh no, it doesn't look like it. It seems to be like other stuff with it now. It's like, oh boy. Sometimes you just restart it, but I was like, I don't know. Sometimes I get very annoyed with this thing. Sometimes I do wish like I was still back at home though, because it makes it easier. I don't know why it's like acting up though. But I'm right here just like, okay, well, I guess I'll just vibe. I'm just gonna restart it though. So sometimes that helps out. I did unplug it because I was like hearing that little stuttering effect. I was like, that's kind of weird. Anyway, I'm just gonna change that really quick. But like, I don't know. I'm still thinking it has to be a front. Like, just looking at that right there, again, it has to be a front. There's just no way around it. Like, of like thinking that it's like the fact that this is like they're losing a lot more just to hide the fact that they're like doing stuff that's like obviously fucking shady. And again, they're willing to sacrifice everything just for that. And it's like they don't want people to go in there and obviously, I don't know, like the way how I see it is like they don't want them to like go have people investigating it and you know blah blah blah, and it's like okay, it's like okay, it's kind of weird, okay, because it's like if you have nothing to hide and then all that, it's like, you know, they would be more okay with this investigation and stuff like this going on, and that's, you know, obviously it's gone the way that it has. All right, let's see if this works this time. Okay, there we go. Elgato 4K, we got that. Now we're just going to check right here, because obviously this thing is not really kind of caught up. So yeah, I do have audio on there. I'm like, okay. Elgato 4KX. Now let's see what's going on with that. Elgato capture. There we go. Let's see if that works. It's kind of strange. All right, well, let me try this one. That's strange. I like the way how it's just like consistently getting more derpy as time progresses. See, it says like it's getting detected. Kind of strange though. Let me deactivate and reactivate it. That's kind of strange though that that happens. Do I have to like restart stream again? I may have to restart stream. Yeah, it's looking like it. Yeah, I might have to restart stream. So hang on. I have to close I have to close OBS. So sometimes OBS be kind of dummy. Let me try that.